When you're stuck, pinned down by sorrow, sometimes all you can do is try to keep going.
Does staying busy help you?
Yeah, that's my way of grieving.
There's fun snacks for kids.
Dawn Robbins' days are full helping kids from her community one care package at a time.
Is each bag for one bag per family? Is that how it goes?
No, it's one bag per child.
One bag per child.
Yeah, so that they're ready to go.
For Robbins, this tragedy, this pain is a shared burden.
We're all impacted. You know, our country, the world is being impacted. We've seen this, you know, time and time again, where there's tragedy and we come together. We grieve with other people, other nations, other communities, other places across the country, and they're grieving with us now. And all the help and support is needed.
The demand is huge. Any opportunity to help seized by family, friends, and neighbors of those wrestling with incalculable grief.
It still feels like it's a nightmare. It doesn't feel real. When we think about people passing away from natural causes, those are still hard, but we find a way to get through this. This is really hard.
Hard for an entire community shaken to its core by this tragedy.
We have one of our aunties that's been affected by this traumatically, as she's related to 70 of these victims. That was her home community. So you can see the devastation of what this is to our family.
So what to do with pain this raw? For now, it comes down to this. Another trip to the store. The act of doing something, anything, a way to ease the pain.
So, how long do you think you're going to have to be making trips like this?
We've at the center have committed to the end of the week, but the ongoing support is still needed. We're just getting started, and I just want to be able to have the community get their feet on the ground and be able to do what they need to do on their end while we look after this.
Another trip home weighed down by groceries and grief. A way to just keep moving.
And Aaron, now that the suspect is dead, what is the feeling from people there tonight?
Yeah, we've heard from people here in Prince Albert. We've heard from some of the family members that we've spoken to of some of the folks that were killed in those attacks. And what we're hearing is that now that that page is turned, now that that chapter's done, it's safe to go home. It's safe to go back to the community. And now that that can happen, the ceremonies can start and the healing can begin.
All right, Aaron Collins in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan tonight. Thank you, Aaron. So you heard there at some point over the course of this evening from the brother of Bonnie Goodvoice Burns about the immensity of the loss, about the importance of family in the community, and about how she was the pillar of hers. We wanted you to hear a little bit more of his powerful message.
One of the things that I can say about my sister and Chuck's daughter and our niece and our relative, family came first. Her family. We always talk about in First Nations culture the matriarchal society. She lived that. She was always at home with her children while Brian was out there working, playing sports. She was always with her family. She was the caretaker of her home. They had a beautiful home. And that's what we want people to remember her as. She's not a victim. She's a hero.
And of the 18 people wounded in the attack, tonight we know there are still 10 people in hospital. 2 of them are in critical condition. As we mentioned, the RCMP have now released the identities of all of those who died in the attack. We want to take a moment to tell you a little bit about each of them. We just heard from the family of 48-year-old Bonnie Goodvoice Burns and her son, 28-year-old Gregory Burns. Also killed at James Smith Cree Nation, 61-year-old Gloria Burns, a frontline worker who died trying to help others. Earl Burns Sr., a 66-year-old Indigenous veteran. 46-year-old Carol Burns. 49-year-old Lana Head, a security guard and a mother of 5. 54-year-old Christian Head, 49-year-old Robert Sanderson, and the youngest victim, 23-year-old Thomas Burns. And in Weldon, Saskatchewan, 78-year-old Wesley Peterson, a widower remembered as a kind-hearted man who loved his cats.